Yo, yo, yo. It's the Mr. Big Show with Ashley.
This is it.
This is it. Wasn't that a movie?
Maybe. This is us. I think was the movie.
This Is Us is a movie. I think This Is It was the Michael Jackson
Oh yeah,
biopic.
the documentary.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a documentary. How are you today, Ashley?
Doing pretty good. I'm really tired. I came here to do an assignment, and now I'm doing a podcast.
How do you feel about that?
Impartial.
Impartial is a good way to feel. I see you're wearing a Super Bloom t-shirt. Does this mean you like coffee?
It's a slow bloom.
I can't read.
I do like coffee, but I've only ever gotten slow bloom once because they're really hard to find.
What is Slow Bloom coffee?
It is Augie's Union workers' new business, I guess. So instead of working for Augie's, because they suck, they created their own company and they're roasting. And
Why does Augie suck?
they weren't paying their
For
employees.
those who don't know.
They were not paying their employees proper wages for people that have worked there for way too long.
That does suck.
Yeah. And didn't pay meal breaks and a bunch of other garbage.
That is garbo.
Yeah.
So this Slow Bloom coffee, where can you find it with these disgruntled Augie's employees? Rightfully disgruntled.
I think, in Redlands somewhere. I've seen them at Artlands, but I have no idea. They're supposedly making a coffee shop at some point, but I don't know where. But they really need more coffee in Redlands because Augie's is gone, so now it's just trash.
Coffee vacuum filled with trash.
Well, you never realized that there was no good coffees until Augie's was gone, and then you try the other coffee shops, and you're like,
what made Augie's so good? Why did it create such a vacuum, even though they treated their employees like shit?
I think the employees were a big part of it, and then because they're nice. And then just making your own syrups is such a big thing. If you get a flavored latte, instead of having nasty weird vanilla taste, it's good because it's made of real vanilla.
Does Starbucks make their own syrups?
Yeah, well, Starbucks makes Starbucks brand syrups, but they're better than the ones you can buy at World Market. You know.
Tarani.
Yeah, it's trash.
It's very bad.
If
Why do they serve that at a lot of coffee shops?
Because it's $2 a bottle to buy the syrup.
And it is flavor.
And it is flavor, and it does what it says it does.
Fabuloso terps. That's the one of the many coffee and weed crossovers. So the terpenes, the smell and taste chemicals, when they're very cheap and reintroduced into products containing cannabis, it yields an undesirable result, much like a latte flavored with Tarani syrups.
I see.
The more you know.
I understand.
Maybe we'll have that man's the man who's attached to that leg
The foot.
do a rainbow edit on that, because he is recording this. This is a man who is named Jericho Patrick. He was on the first episode of this podcast. And
Icon.
He's slacking in the background.
Didn't want to be a part of it.
Feel the need to mention him because you could probably see his foot or leg or head.
He's dead.
He's dead to me.
Me too.
You might want to tell him about that. Anyway, so more about coffee. You seem to know a lot about coffee. How?
Well,
Tell me.
I worked in many coffee shops. I feel like I don't know half of what I should know about coffee for how long I've worked in coffee shops.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, I worked in really bad coffee shops. So ones that don't roast for themselves or, whatever. So it's
Normal coffee shops.
yeah, but you don't learn the whole side of roasting. So then that's half of what makes coffee, I feel like. And they didn't teach me how to properly grind based on what you're making and stuff like that. So it's they kind of tell you, but not
enough to where it would actually make a difference, or you could do something with
yeah.
consistency based on that information.
And when you work at Starbucks, everything is somewhat automated. You don't pull shots, you just press a button.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you don't
What
like
happens?
you don't pack shots. The machine packs the shot. You have to like set it to like a number, but
But it's automated.
it's automated. Yeah, you don't have to like tamp.
There's no finesse.
No. And same with the steaming. Like it steams to a specific temperature. You don't
Really?
have to know what the temperature is. It just does it. Which it's because they're not about quality. They're about speed and
Are
consistency.
these trade secrets? Could you get in trouble for?
No,
for
I feel like
redoing
everyone
these?
knows.
I didn't know any of this shit,
Oh.
and I like coffee, or I say I like coffee.
Yeah,
Maybe I
but
don't like it that much.
like I mean, you're not looking at the espresso machine at Starbucks. They put it like facing the other way.
No, that's actually a really cool factoid. Do you think Starbucks is a restaurant or a coffee shop?
I still think it's a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because none of the food is like made there.
Well, you could say, well, yeah, okay.
Like all of it is
Fast
like
food, but
prepackaged.
yeah, it's mostly microwave shit, right?
Well, like-
Toaster shit.
Yeah, well, like even at McDonald's, they like put the burger on a grill,
Yeah, they
Uh,
put. I thought about it for a second before I went forward.
and they
with
like
that.
put it together.
Yeah.
Like they put things
They
on it.
assemble it. Like,
Yeah, at
all that
Starbucks,
stuff
it's in a
is-
bag, and then you put it in the oven and press the button. That
Oh, it is an oven.
it's like a convention oven or something. It takes like a minute and a half to make a sandwich, and you just press the button, and they calibrate it based on each sandwich, and that's it. That's literally all you do.
Was Starbucks your last coffee experience? Working?
I worked at Higher Grounds for one day and quit. So unless you count that.
Higher Grounds is the local coffee shop. It's owned by a church, and they have they mix business and pleasure, or business
Yeah.
and politics, or
They're
business and religion.
They're going downhill real quick, but I'm hopeful that they won't go
Downhill
all
on
the
an
way
uphill
downhill.
slide. I mean, they're gonna
That's
get
true.
all the business. It's weird. I want to have the head coffee person from there, and just like
I'm
I
doing
want to create
great
shit.
stuff
Do
for
it,
you.
please. Like, I hope she watches this and is like, man, I should probably think about what I'm doing here.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
like
it's an interesting place. I don't want to like talk shit about
no,
it.
I think
go
they
there
do a good
lot.
job.
Enjoyable people, but it's like something is off about it.
Well,
and it has something to do with, I think, the fact that it's run by a church. Like
yeah. I think the problem is that they spent so long building up what it was and why all of us liked it, and then like everyone abandoned ship at the same time because like it kind of had a lot of issues that they didn't pay attention to, and then it like built up to a point, and then they like did a bunch of really weird bad things all at once. Not bad, but like just weird business moves all at once, and then now everyone's not there.
like preaching to customers or
Like
offering
firing-
ministry services.
Like firing the assistant manager a week before the manager is quitting. And then now there's no management. And so everyone's like, who's the manager? And then they're like, well, this person's the manager, but we're not going to pay them anymore. And then they're like, oh, okay. And then they're like, we're going to hire this other person and we're going to pay them more. But you have to train them. But we're not going to pay you what we're paying them.
That objectively doesn't make sense, I think, to anybody. I think the way that they probably were trying to swing it was like, hey, you care about the shop and you're not in a position where you want to handle this responsibility. We're both talking about someone that we know.
Yeah.
But like, and then just like, it's kind of like a prickish thing to do. Like, it's an assumption that's being made.
It's what most churches do.
Yeah.
They take advantage because you just want to do the right thing. So you gotta do this thing that we want you to do because it's the right thing to do.
That is an aspect of a lot of wooey
Woo.
people. Woo! You want to give one?
No.
Come on. All right. I'll
I like
make you.
I liked
You're
your
like,
woo.
nah.
I heard it in the drum.
I did. I can resonate that drum with sound. We're actually all vibrating, resonating bodies. Like anytime that we're hit with any type of sound wave,
Mm-hmm.
we are affected by it on a physical level.
I believe that.
And yeah, I don't
That's-
know. I just think it's kind of cool.
That's about the level that I understand.
That's me too.
Not
I
buoyancy.
think anyone who says that they have any higher knowledge is trying to convince themselves and you. We're all experiencing pretty much the same thing. Nobody's that much of a genius, I think.
Maybe. Probably.
Maybe, well, what I'm trying to get at is knowledge and being smart are not the most important things, most valuable things in the world, objectively.
But most of the time I feel like dumber than most. In like
Probably good.
some ways. Yeah.
That's
But
probably good.
I
Keeps you
think-
honest.
I think I have an very reasonable
Because you're
outlook.
not dumb. Like-
Yeah, I think I think I have a really reasonable outlook on how broad my knowledge gaps are. Like
That's important, actually.
I really don't understand how when you turn on the water faucet how the water gets there. I don't understand at all. I have no idea. And that's like just basic, I feel like. I feel like that should make sense because
It's
I do it every day.
pipes.
Yeah, but I
You
still
don't
don't.
have to know like the details of it. You know
I-
it's pipes, right?
But that means that I don't know.
That's a very high standard on that. See, you saying that you don't understand things is like
Like I don't
you
know.
don't understand it 100% like better than anybody's understood something.
No, like I
before.
don't
Like,
understand like the basic points that get me to get the water. Besides, I turn on the water, something has to happen, and then the water gets there. That's my
I mean,
basic
that's pretty
knowledge.
much my understanding of it too. I'm honestly not gonna lie. I don't know how to like the waters. Like I'm assuming like there's there are pipes. I know there's pipes
There's
that carry
pipes.
the water.
That's true. But how do they go? How?
See, the fact that you even care about beyond that, I'm like, there's pipes. I know
Yeah.
enough.
But like that's how I know that I'm dumb because like that's like
Well, then
something
I'm
I
dumb,
do
too.
every day of my life, and there's so many things like that. Like I don't know how cars work. I have no idea.
That's 100% all right. You're not supposed to know how everything works.
Yeah, I don't know buoyancy.
That's a running gag at this point.
I get it, but I also absolutely don't.
You know, what I've found when I like go to try and understand like concepts like buoyancy, or just anything, like, yeah, I really don't know anything. Like
Yeah.
the further you could get so far into the knowledge where it's like, holy shit,
don't know anything.
I don't know anything. But I think it's important. It's important to acknowledge the gaps in your knowledge, but like you can really string together some information and figure things out. I think just like over time life shows you like there's patterns that exist throughout different things, and that amounts to like you being able to manipulate it and not die, like, which is
Yeah.
enough for me to call people smart, I guess. But like the deeper understanding of it, I think it gets into like territory where like more communication based. Like I think we have such large gaps in communication just as people, even you and I, or
Mhm.
just anybody. Like we feel like we're talking to each other, but
But we're
there's-
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in like an interpersonal communications class right now, and like the amount of different like things that just go into having a basic conversation is so many things that I don't know how we can even communicate. Like
Yes.
affecting communicating effectively is like
Hard.
really hard. We're doing it right now.
I know. It's funny. Like I was almost worried that I wouldn't be able to talk to people, and then I was like, no, I can talk to people.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Like I'm talking about just the medium of recording conversations, podcasting, whatever you want to call it. I
Yeah.
just like to think of it as fun interviews, like a whole ass little show.
that's true. I
It's a
mean,
show,
I love
but-
podcasts. I listen to very, very many podcasts all day long. It's like all I
You
do.
didn't see that.
However,
Which podcast do you listen to?
my favorite podcast is My Favorite Murder.
Shout out.
Shout out. They'll never hear this.
You guys really bother me, like
Yeah,
on a deep level. But
Karen
it's
in
all right.
Georgia. They'll never
y'all
hear
are
this,
great.
but that'd be cool.
At Ashley,
Second favorite,
Great
H3
podcast.
podcast.
also a good podcast.
Great podcast. Frenemies. It's great. I like all the H3 podcasts. Top three. You know, I listen to a lot of podcasts that I don't actually like very much, but I listen to them.
Like mine.
I do listen to your podcast. There's only 2 episodes. You got to get to like 20 to
I know.
like for me to be like, this is my favorite podcast.
Okay.
I'm definitely not going to listen to this one back again.
I try not to listen to anything more than what it takes to edit it, because Yeah, it's bad.
I think just like overhearing your voice and like understanding that that's your voice is like something that takes a long time to get used to. And so like that's something that I don't plan on getting used to anytime soon.
It's not necessary for most people.
Yeah, you have to like be in front of a camera a lot, basically.
You have to do something where you're hearing your own voice a lot. There's several things like singing or acting, whatever this. But yeah, no, I mean, it's modalities of life kind of shit. Like you don't have to be good at everything.
True.
I'm not even good at podcasting,
I mean,
but I do it.
I like to be good at some things. Anything would be nice.
I'm sure you have skills.
I don't know what they are.
You can do puzzles. I can't fucking do puzzles.
I can do puzzles, but it takes a long time. I don't have time to do puzzles right now.
Yeah.
I miss the days where I had time to do puzzles, so would go back to those times for sure.
I mean, I don't think that there's any rush to find, like, if you desire having a craft or, like, an artistic bent, like, exactly what that is. There's no, like, I need to find it before... I mean, maybe you die. Like, maybe before you die would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But
I think just, like,
it's
knowing...
not that you're not good at anything. You just haven't applied that... you know, you got to put a lot out there to do something that doesn't really give you a lot back.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
I just want to know what my next job would be, you know, like having like a path. Like
property manager.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. LA sucks. I don't want to do that.
LA does suck. Sorry, LA. It's not your fault. It's
well,
the
they
people.
know. No, they know.
They know.
I mean, like, there's good things about LA, but like...
It's actually a really cool place, like, geographically, architecturally.
Yeah, and I feel
the
like
people
visiting is cool.
Yes.
Like, not living there is cool.
Not living there is cool.
Living close enough to go there whenever you want.
Every time.
That's cool. Living, you know, like we could drive there in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, no, I fucking
and that's
love
awesome.
That. It's sick, and then you can also leave it the same day.
Yeah, like you're not stuck in traffic for more than a day. You know.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to drive through traffic every day of your life, or.
Yeah, you're not driving from Oregon or Colorado or Nevada to go to California. Like, we live in California.
That's true.
It's a beautiful place. We live in the mountains.
Did you just dox me? I'm just kidding.
No. And we are at Live SWAT from...
I don't even know what this street is called.
Do a live sorry?
I don't even know what this street is called, so I couldn't even dox you.
Good. I don't know what your... Oh, I think I know what your street's... I do. I might even remember the numbers.
No.
Hold on.
Uh-huh. No.
Nah, never mind.
Pretty close.
Pretty close. Not close enough.
I mean, it's only our address for another month.
Nobody saw it. Nobody knows. The internet figures it out just by that.
That's fine. I don't.
That would be nuts.
I won't live there.
Could you imagine like eye tracking and just like from the how crazy can metadata get, do you think? Or like just tracking like a conversation like this, what do you think robots could infer?
I don't know. I know nothing about robots.
I don't know anything either. I like to know I like to ask people their opinions about these.
I think it's fine.
Wild off-color subjects.
I have a feeling that I won't make it out alive anyways. So
of the robot apocalypse?
Yeah, so they can get as smart as they want, honestly,
True.
you know?
True.
Like zombie apocalypse, robot apocalypse.
Zombie apocalypse, I would be good in that.
Yeah, total government shutdown, natural disasters, all of that.
Class 3 kill storm.
I will die. And that's fine. I just hope that Jericho lets me. Like, I hope that he doesn't just try to drag my dead body around.
Are you going to let her die, Jericho? What's that? I just want to let you know if you're going to let her die.
Like in a zombie apocalypse.
I'm going to try not to.
See?
Oh, damn.
He needs
Never
to
mind.
just
Go
leave
back
me.
to whatever you're doing.
He needs to just leave me because
Yeah.
I'm dead weight at that point. Like, that is not... It's not one of my strengths. It is very much a weakness.
Like a cool gun, though.
No, I had a really bad experience shooting a gun. I mean, it wasn't a really bad. I just...
Did your shoulder hurt?
Yeah.
See?
And
they
I fell.
didn't teach you how to shoot.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Ashley. That's so bad. I didn't mean to laugh.
Because it hit me so hard that I literally, like, fell backwards.
Yeah.
And my whole, like, all my arm...
You could
everything.
break you could dislocate your shoulder.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't. I was a tiny, wee young woman. I was
Did you go
14.
shooting with Alex Jones?
No. I was just Facebook friends with him.
Well, okay.
But not real life friends. I've never been to Texas. That's where he lives.
All my exes live in Texas.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Anyways,
But I want to go to Texas, but
why?
I have a friend that lives there.
Oh yeah, you do.
So it'd
They're
be cool.
nice.
They are nice. They're very nice.
Not doxing anybody.
Not doxing Caroline.
Whoa.
Whoa, the state she lives in.
Edit's gonna bleep that out.
That's funny.
Glenn taught me how to edit my own podcasts. It's
Yeah.
all right. Thanks, Glenn.
Because he's scared of the truth.
Scared of the truth.
Can't talk about anything at all scandalous.
Why is that? Why can't we talk about anything scandalous, Ashley?
I think you totally can. I think that there's, of course, a line.
What's the line?
Mm,
What's the line?
Racism.
I don't think you should be racist.
Hatefulness towards any specific group.
That could fly if it's funny enough, but usually
Yeah.
no.
I think you have to
Usually, most of the time, no. 99.9.
Yeah, you have to have like a.
You have to actually be a funny person.
You have to be a funny person, and you have to it has to be clear that it's like a joke, and like you've had to do. I feel like you've had to do a lot of good things for.
I feel
the
like you have to
person-
not be an asshole, and you actually have to care about the person that you're
Yeah.
joking around with. Maybe.
Yeah, or like you have to have done a lot for like whatever you're about to make fun of. So like,
And
there's
also
a balance.
rich famous comedian.
yeah,
So that
you can get away with
you
anything
could just be like, "Fuck you, I got money."
for a second.
Like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But not everyone gets out alive.
Not out of
Like
the zombie
Crystalia.
apocalypse, not out of the cancel culture, not out of LA.
Did you see Chris Leah's new podcast? It's really
No, I haven't. I need to watch his podcast. I really think he's funny.
yeah. Well, he got canceled.
Would that be number 3?
No.
So did Bill Burr, didn't he?
Well,
Didn't all of the podcast comedians get canceled?
a lot of them got canceled. Chris Leah got
Canceled.
canceled, and then he made like this really,
Aquancel.
really awkward podcast. But then like the end was kind of sad because he's very clearly sad.
Oh, he
and
was
talked about it.
sad, and then he did something.
He's, like,
That-
super
you shouldn't
sad.
show your emotions. People will rip into you.
Yeah. But I didn't watch the whole thing. It's 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, meh.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to IKEA?
I love IKEA.
Then why don't you buy new chairs?
New chairs? Because these are vintage, and they... Yeah, you actually have to, creak it into the mic.
I know, because I
You
couldn't
have to
hear the
creak it into
creaks
mic. You can't hear the creaks.
in the other ones. I could tell that there was creaks, but I couldn't really hear
These
them.
mics are highly dynamic, so they only pick up, what's here.
Yeah, but like IKEA, like chairs are like $15.
These are really nice antique chairs. They're like the whole they have engraving on this is hand engraved,
It is beautiful.
and I mean they're my childhood dinner chairs. So I was like, why not put them on the podcast and creak in them a little bit?
I wonder if there's a way to get them less creaky.
I think it's because they're wood and the joints are wood.
So the wood's just touching wood.
The wood's it's wood on wood.
But
That's the name of the podcast that Steve and I do.
let them know.
About baseball. Cold showers. That's what I think about
The manly things.
with Steve.
I guess I'll put this up here.
Yeah. Sorry, I got a little weird there. But yeah, no, I think that you could talk about whatever you want as long as you're not actually a piece of shit. Not insinuating anything about Glenn. I think he maybe has some other people in his
We're
life
just full circling it.
all the time. I just think he has other people in his life who are telling him what to do in terms of publicity, and that's fine. He's trying to present an image of not getting canceled.
But I also feel like, from my knowledge, from what was cut out of the podcast, none of it was cancel worthy by any means.
I didn't think so. I think that it was in the moment. If you're not,
I love that
Yeah.
you tried to that he tried to restart your podcast, and then you said, I'm going to put the whole thing in. And then you did. And I thought that was hilarious.
Yes, of course. I mean, you can't let, even though Glenn is my good friend, I wouldn't let anybody tell me what to do in terms of
You gotta cut
control
this.
over something that I'm making.
You have to cut it.
Seems bad.
Glenn will hate me. You're going to have to cut the whole thing. I'm just kidding. No, it-
I was like, I would if that was
No.
a concern because I'm friendly like that. But
I would
I don't.
I
Think
would
he's
tell
gonna
this to
hate
his
you either. I
face.
think you're being honest.
have told it to his face, but there was a lot of people in the record store last time I saw him.
Yeah, I think that we should all hang out. I think that everybody would be good friends because nobody's a dick.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a piece of shit. He's not going to get canceled. You probably will later.
Yeah. I don't know about what, but probably.
Yeah.
There's something out there. There's
You
something out
probably
there
said
about
something
everyone.
about Starbucks.
Yeah, I mean, I did gave away all the secrets.
All of them.
Yeah.
What other secrets do you have, Ashley? Tell me your
Hmm.
secrets.
I don't have many. I don't know. At my
Some.
current job,
Yes.
I work at a hotel.
Yes. Yeah.
If someone comes in not wearing a face mask and they ask to use the bathroom, even though I have a bathroom, I'll tell them no. It's like my small thing that I can like do. Or if someone's just really mean to me and they try to check in early, even though the cabin's ready, I just won't do it.
That's
It's like,
fair.
you know, 'cause like I feel like only people that are nice to customer service workers deserve to get something that is above what they've paid for.
At this point, you have the authority to do that.
I mean, I don't think I do, but I do it anyways.
You totally do because you are doing it without repercussion.
Yeah. Well, like, what are they gonna do?
What are they gonna do?
They don't know.
Fire me? That's
They don't
what I
know that
always
it's
say
not
at
ready.
work. I'm like Insomniac. What are you gonna do? Fire me?
They're like, yeah, we have
Yeah,
1,000
they're like,
of
"We
you.
have lots of people who want to do exactly what you're doing. It's all right. I know. Pasquale. No, I'm
There's
kidding.
like
I
no
love
one.
you, Pasquale. You're a great guy. I love working for you. Honestly, it's good shit.
Yeah, my boss doesn't have another me, so
That's nice.
it is good. But
You're not replaceable.
I think I am. But like, the knowledge that I
Mouth noise.
have is the knowledge that I have about this tiny business is not replaceable. 'Cause like
For sure. It's very like
a million things explode and I know
Yeah.
why it's exploding, but like a random person wouldn't know.
no. It's a very like it's a historic little big like collection of lodges, cabins, and like they're rented out like hotel style. It's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it used to be like a Hollywood thing in the 40s or something, and
The lobby used to be a post office and a general store.
yeah,
and
it's
a
all
fire
kinds of
lookout.
fun history, and it's like I think it's a cool place. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of cool little
It's cool.
places up there, and the fact that you got to do what you do.
I think that it is a good place, and I don't have anything like terrible to say
Looks
about
good
it.
on your resume.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
know
like
about
every place. Like once you've worked there long enough, you see all the negatives and the positives, and you're like,
100%.
I should find something else. But then you're gonna find something else, and the same thing's gonna happen. So
Unless you start your own something else, or you find other people who are less entrenched in bullshit.
no, that's possible.
Yeah,
But
definitely possible.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to soon, 'cause I'm not gonna drive 45 minutes to work.
Yeah,
work
that
there.
seems a little ridiculous.
I'll do it for a little while.
It's
Until-
not that bad. I'm like, do I do that? No, I drive 30 minutes and I still hate it. 2 days out of the week.
Yeah, but it's like 2 days out of the week. They want me to still work 5.
That's a lot.
So
That's a commute.
45 minutes one way. That's
What?
not worth it.
There's like not even. So Wendy's on the way.
There's I don't know. Nothing good.
Nothing.
I mean,
Just
like,
starve.
yeah, I'm not gonna eat.
I don't know.
Ever.
That's what I think. I'm like, on my commute, I need there to be food in case I forget to eat.
There's a Carl's Jr. There's a Starbucks that's always busy, and the cars are always in the road, so you can never get into the line 'cause there's nowhere for the line to go unless there's like 4 cars in the drive-through.
It used to be a big joke putting 2 Starbucks on the same block, but they really do. Like,
Yeah, well, they
have
took
that
a lot
much
away
business.
'cause
They did,
they ran out of business.
which is funny. They're like, oh, we need to cut back a little.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause they were like, wow, we shouldn't have put 2 on every corner. It's like Mattress Firms, you know.
I do remember Mattress Firm.
They're still a thing.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't
and
seen one in a long time.
start
just
looking.
Living spaces.
Yeah, but they're not a money laundering like Mattress Firm is.
Is.
It's conspiracy theory. Don't cancel me.
Cancel.
It's literally just
Do I have the power to cancel?
no.
No. That
It
was
takes
a rhetorical question.
It takes more than one.
It does.
Yeah, at least have to have 4 people to cancel you, I think.
Good to know.
I don't know. That was my own.
I'm at this many. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Mattress Firm, I don't know what it is about it, but it's definitely has to be money laundering. No one needs that many mattresses. And they'll like put them in like really popular places that like or super unpopular places where there's nothing else and then there's like 2 mattress firms on the same street and you're like, "Where how? Why?"
I think you're more observant than most people.
No,
Moist people.
we can throw it to Jericho.
What?
How do you feel about Mattress
Nobody
Firm?
can hear what he says. You have to repeat it.
Oh,
It's a scam.
It's
Said-
a scam.
said it's a scam. And that there,
says Jericho.
Yeah.
There's just too many.
We went to a small town in Arizona.
We went to a small town in Arizona,
within
and there were
the same
2
block,
within
and
the same block.
I'm talking small.
And I'm talking a small town in Arizona, not Sedona.
not
I like
so- And yeah, they're just everywhere and it doesn't make any sense. Cuz no one buys regular mattresses anymore either.
I've had my same mattress since I was 12.
Yeah, I
That's
have
a long time. I should probably
Yeah.
get a new mattress at this point.
I have my old roommate's
sleep with me,
new mattress.
please. Nobody.
Yeah. I literally have my old roommate's new mattress when it was new to him when he got it. So
you no.
I know.
Why?
Cuz I don't know, I needed a mattress and now it's been like 8 years. So after I sell my couch and my dining room table and I move, then I'm going to buy a new mattress.
Please. First
I really need it.
purchase. You really do. You've needed
Yeah.
a new mattress this whole time.
I
You
stayed
shouldn't
at
be sleeping on a teenage boy's mattress.
I know, and it's a full-size bed and Jericho's 6 feet tall. So
I'm sorry, Jericho.
I think he's used to it
He's
at this
fine.
point. He sleeps diagonally, so I get like a corner.
Actually, Jericho sleeps so much I don't feel bad for him at all.
Yeah, he falls asleep really easily, but he wakes up earlier than me. So,
Yeah.
but barely now.
He's like, "You fucking motherfucker! I have insomnia. I'm going to kill you one morning, in the early hours while you're still asleep."
I know, like he's awake at like 5 a.m. and I'm like, "What? Why are you awake?" And he's like, "I
He
don't know."
just sleeps peacefully. That's actually what I meant to say. Like anytime
does.
I see him fall asleep early, it's always like he looks like a little angel.
He
Angel
is a
baby.
very peaceful sleeper, except for he's like really creepy. He whispers in his sleep.
I've heard that.
He doesn't talk, he whispers.
And not anything legible because I've asked before, right?
Yeah, it's like the only thing I recorded a video of him whispering and he said, "What's over there?"
What's over there?
Yeah. It's the creepiest freaking thing you could whisper in
if
your
you're in
sleep.
a dream, what's over there?
But why are you whispering it?
Maybe because he was like talking to someone you didn't want him to
But
hear
he's
it.
only whispering always. Like that's like full volume for him.
What's the creepiest dream you've ever had?
I don't know. I used to have dreams in the same house. Like
One house?
yeah, like all my dreams like would be with different people and different things, but it would be at this same house.
Was it a house that you lived in?
No, I've never been to this house. It had a cat like a cat tower built into the middle of the room.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but like it was like built to the ceiling, and that's like all that was in that room. Like I don't remember any furniture.
It was a cat house.
Yeah, but there was no cat. I don't remember a cat.
But there was no cat, Josh.
Yeah, and like
No,
different.
so tell me more. Like, what was it up on the mountain?
No, I have
Was
no
it-
idea. I just
it was
I
a
remember that house.
you were in.
Yeah, and like different.
Describe this house in
That's
detail.
that's it. It's like beige carpet, and then there was like a post in the middle of the
One room.
Yeah, that's
Big
all I
room?
remember.
Little
Big
room?
room, big
Big room.
open, empty room.
With a cat tower in the middle.
That's it.
Like you knew it was a cat tree
Yeah.
because.
Because of the way that it was. I don't know.
Okay, I'll believe you.
I don't know. And different
I mean,
people
it's
would be
probably
there,
Cat tree.
and different things would happen. But I don't remember anything specifically. I just
There
remember
was no furniture.
I don't-
Windows?
there's. I think there's windows. But
Curtains?
looking at what? I don't know.
Curtains.
I don't know.
I'm just
It hasn't happened since I was a kid.
beige carpet.
But I used to always have the same, different dreams in the same place.
And
So, I don't know.
Deeply curious about this. I'm
It
sorry.
probably-
How long? How long did this go on?
Years.
Like from what age to what age?
I don't know. Probably like 6 to like 13.
6 to 13.
Yeah,
You're
probably.
like in a playroom. But
Kinda.
are you a cat?
No, I didn't even have a cat. My mom
Do you
hates
believe in
cats.
reincarnation?
I don't know. No, but maybe. But like, I believe it in as much as I believe in ghosts.
Which is,
I don't know.
have we talked about ghosts before?
No, I don't know.
You're getting very vague. I'm starting to think that maybe you're a ghost cat.
That could happen.
Who knows?
I'm
Do you
temperamental.
identify as a human being?
Yeah, definitely.
Some people don't.
I'm aware. I love them. I watch all of them on TikTok. That's my
Some
only
people
hobby.
work with furkin.
Yeah.
But that's my what the fuck? No, Ashley, don't go. So that's bad. Bad thoughts. So yeah, no, I was just curious about that because I remember when I was a kid, I used to tell my mom I was adamant when I was in preschool that traffic lights were blue. Right? Blue.
So you're colorblind?
Nope. Traffic lights are blue in Japan after a certain time in history.
Oh, okay. So
Because blue and green are the same color in Japan, so I was like, man, how did I...
why are they the same color in Japan?
It's just a linguistic thing. Like I think the word for blue and... I might be butchering this, but the word for blue and green are the same thing, or they don't differentiate between the two.
Okay, so they're like interchangeable.
Yeah, or it's some confusion where they called it blue. I don't know. You'll have to look into it.
It's
I
like
just have it all fucked up.
It's
But
like in Spanish how lemon and lime are switched. So you ask for limes and you get
probably
lemons.
similar things happening there. I don't know. Like I forgot about it. The key
Okay.
part that I remembered was traffic lights in Japan are blue,
Okay.
but lemon limes. That's a cool like linguistic. I want to look into that now.
Yeah, you know that a Mexican food place is authentic when you ask for lemons. And they give you limes.
Limo?
Or vice versa. Like when you're like, can I get limes for my tacos? And then they give you lemons and you go, well, it's close enough.
Do you
It's a
speak
citrus.
Spanish?
No. I took French for some stupid reason. I thought that I was like gonna go to France. And I thought I was gonna use it. But like,
Why did you think you were gonna go to France?
I don't know. I thought it was cool. So I thought that maybe that could be me.
Do you still want to go to France?
No, not really. I mean, I would. I don't want to live there.
I mean, no. I mean, just to visit. Though.
Sure.
Like, and then you could order something in French. It would be cool.
I remember je ne sais pas. That's it.
Je ne sais pas. You said it nice too. I have a friend who's fluent in French,
Oh, wow.
and she gloats all the fucking time.
Well, just
Annoying as
hit
fuck.
her with the je ne sais pas.
Je ne sais pas. She's like, actually, your pronunciation is bad.
It will get you canceled.
That thing.
I'm joking. It means I don't know.
Je ne sais pas.
Literally just means I don't know.
Je ne sais pas.
So it really it's really helpful because if someone asks you something in French, you can just tell them you don't know.
Je ne sais pas.
Yeah.
You could. I like to try different angles, see what it does.
With the microphone.
Yeah, with the microphone.
My voice isn't Carrie, so microphones
Voices
are
can
like
be- You'll be fine.
not
I'll turn
super
up
helpful.
the gain.
That's good. Yeah, 'cause when I was like a camp counselor, I had to be on a microphone one single time and no one understood anything I said or could hear me when I was yelling into a microphone. So I never did it again. I mean, it's like kind of like my worst nightmare anyways. So like, I don't know why I even...
Why did they make you do that then?
I think I was the only one around. It was like we had to do it every meal. So
I remember camp.
I was just kind of the one that was the closest. And they handed it to me and I panicked and I did it.
And you were like, "Hi."
No, just no one could hear me. Just like straight up,
Yes.
no one could hear me. Everyone was like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "We got to do this again, but not with me."
There is a technique. I'm gonna have to sanitize this now.
Yeah, this
with
too.
Lysol. That's fine. That's the guest mic. I don't.
Oh no,
Has all kinds of weird germs on it,
Jericho germs.
among other things.
Oh no.
Glen germs. Oh no. Whoever else is sung into that mic, many people maybe. Microphones are gross.
I
like,
know.
Literally.
Especially the ones that have like the
The
fuzz.
foam covers that people literally like buck up into.
Yeah, they just lick it.
Yeah, they do. I like this one. This is a drum mic though. This is not a vocal mic.
Why
Or
don't you
it's
have
a-
two of them?
Oh, I mean,
These.
it's a lot of things.
This is like a heavy mic. This is no karaoke machine mic.
No, it's a real mic. You
Yeah.
know, mic technique is a thing.
Yep.
Like there is a way to like sing into a mic and manipulate the sound and like throw your voice.
Wow. It's
Sorry,
gonna be
too
good
loud.
for headphones.
Yeah. This will be good for headphones. I pan it.
I don't know what that means.
So the audio, what you say is slightly to the right, and then what I say is slightly to the left. So
Oh, wow.
people, they can, if we're talking at the same time, you can hear one of us in one ear and one of us in the other ear, and you can kind of make out what the conversation is as it's happening.
But what if
because
you only have one headphone in?
then you still hear both because it's not mixed hard.
Mm.
So you still have most of the sound in both ears, but it's enough to where you get the sensation of space
Oh,
through sound.
wow.
Fun fact.
Yeah, I'm really bad at listening to things in headphones. Like I was given brand new AirPods for Christmas, and I've used them maybe twice. So,
Really?
yeah.
People love AirPods. Why don't you?
I do like them. I just rather, I don't know, it's just a hassle. I think it's because I wear them when I am working, so people don't hear that I'm listening to a murder podcast when they walk into a hotel lobby.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
kind of disconcerting.
In the forest, yeah. I feel like literally there's been times where it's like, and her legs were cut off, and her arms were cut off, and then someone walks in, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta turn this off as fast as I can. So I should have headphones in, so like, you know, it's not a chance.
Scare the hose away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think it's really annoying to take my headphones in and out, and I don't like the feeling of them in my ears. And then especially since I have to wear a mask, like, I don't know, it's like pushes up against my ear and then it's in my ear.
You have to wear a mask?
Yeah.
They make you?
Yeah, but I would wear one
I'm
anyways.
kidding. Everyone makes everyone.
I mean, like, if I'm in there alone, I probably don't need to. So it's like,
I
but then
was just fucking with
oh,
you.
I'm like, and then I have to
sorry.
put it on over a headphone.
Yeah.
Which is also annoying because then it like rips your headphone out a little bit and like, I don't know. I just like to listen
the
to
worst
things
would be
outside.
hat, sunglasses, headphones, and mask.
Yeah, that's a nightmare for me.
That's a
I also feel like
nightmare.
my brain tells me you can't wear hats indoors. I think you totally can. But like my brain goes, you should take your hat off.
Jesus says that you can't wear hats indoors.
Maybe I'm him.
Yep.
No. I just, something in my brain just
Yep.
is like, this is an outdoor activity. And I need to take this off. But I'm wearing it to like cover like the fact that I didn't shower and wash my hair. That's the only reason I'd wear a hat.
Yeah. That's why I wear a hat too.
Yeah. It's not for style.
Not usually.
It's just like I should have showered and I ran out of time, so this is like my 2-second fix.
It's I just think fucked up long hair looks good with a hat. Like
Yeah.
tangled or whatever.
Yeah.
That works for me.
I think
as
it works
a
in general.
Redneck.
You're
man,
more of like
as a redneck man.
you're like a skater boy.
I am. a
She
skater
said,
boy.
"See you later."
She did, and then I cried for like 6 months, but I got over it.
Did you?
Actually, I'm better now.
That's good.
I've said that like 3 times.
That's good.
This episode was brought to you by Truly Black Cherry Lemonade. It sucked, but it tasted like black cherry, which is one of my more favorite flavors. So there you go, Truly. Make
It's a-
your lemonade.
It's a made-up flavor, I feel like. Are there black cherries?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a black cherry and a cherry?
Color only.
Okay, so
Not
how
taste.
can you taste the difference?
Nope, you can't.
So it's more for like the aesthetic.
Yeah, it's like a edgy. I don't know, like a a goth cherry.
Yeah, I don't
The
understand that.
cherry went goth.
That's why I'm like, why is it a flavor? What's the difference?
It's always been a flavor. Black cherry soda was a
Yeah.
thing since I was a kid.
I know, but like, what's the difference between that and cherry?
I'm like,
Nothing. The answer is nothing.
you're right. You're right. You're looking at your watch like Jericho's about to fall asleep.
I think he is.
I've slept on that
He's-
couch many a time. It's very comfy. I
He
wouldn't
is
worry about
currently
him.
has his eyes closed. Well, I wasn't planning on doing a podcast.
No, nobody actually plans on doing a podcast. I call them and I say, "Hey, would you like to do an episode of the Mr. Big Show?" And then I bring them here and lock the door. And when they try to escape, I turn off the podcast and torture them. So,
Yep.
If they leave early, that's what they're in for.
What's early?
Whenever you want, but
No,
you
I'm
know,
chilling. I mean, I'm chilling.
I'm chilling. I feel like we have a good rapport. Like we could talk. Sleepy boy in
Forever.
the back. Would you like to go home soon? Let's just petition him directly.
Whatever.
He's good with whatever.
Terrible.
Oh, here,
He-
let me hold on.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
be
because
right back.
his phone's recording. You're going to leave me out like this? I'm going to interview Jericho. So,
Play a little thumb piano.
oh, wow, that's going to be really good for the audio experience.
Oh my gosh.
They won't be able to hear it. Like they can't hear anything I'm saying right now.
This reminds me of the
But now they
episode
can.
of that Last Airbender with Uncle Iroh. That song makes me cry.
He's
Sure. It's going to be crying in the club.
he's an Avatar fan.
Yeah, I'm not.
I enjoyed it. I think I watched a little bit of it when I was a kid, and then he showed me some of the new Korra, and I fell asleep. It was very peaceful.
I think it's really well
Not
done.
mad about it.
I think it's well done. Not for me.
That's
I think That's
fine.
fine.
Do you like anime?
No. I like Studio Ghibli.
Japanese. That's anime.
Yeah, but like I don't we watched a movie the other night which was good.
What was it called?
I have not a clue. It was slackers in a band. And they were not very good, but everyone around them thought they were amazing. And it was good.
It was an anime?
Yep.
That sounds very entertaining.
It was well done. I think it was hand drawn. They switched styles a bunch of times, which I think is cool.
That's amazing.
It was good.
You don't remember the name?
No, Caleb
That's fine.
Caleb literally was watching it on his phone and then just threw it onto the TV 15 minutes into the movie and just made us all watch it.
That was probably a good choice on his part.
Yeah, but this is the second time he's tried to do it with the same movie. So
Well, he got you
it
to
worked
watch
out.
it.
It worked out and we did like it. So, but you know,
I'm going to have to see
that's Caleb.
1-800-ASK Caleb. Caleb's our cool friend
He's pretty cool.
who
Very knowledgeable, very smart.
apparently likes to show people anime movies. Feature-length films.
Yeah, well, it was like a short. It was like a short movie. It's like an hour and 15 or something, hour 30. It's pretty short.
What's a long movie to you?
Anything over 2 hours.
You don't have any favorite movies over 2 hours?
I have no idea the times of any movies. But I know when it's been too long.
You're like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm really bad at watching movies at home. I'm only good at watching movies in like a theater. Like I'll watch any movie in the movie theater, even if I know I'll hate it. I'll still sit there.
You like the movie theater experience?
I guess so.
Popcorn and
But there's
sitting.
There's just better things for me to do at home. Like I could be watching TikToks for like 2 hours straight and have a better time than watching a movie.
What does TikTok bring you joy?
Oh yeah, every
Nice.
day of my life.
Nice.
It's like that's what I do in my free time.
I love it.
Like before I came here,
You were
I was
TikToking?
just watching TikTok, and I had to peel myself off the couch because my grade depended on it.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
At least you were enthusiastic about it. You did it.
I'm gonna make Jericho edit it.
Well, that's fine. Nobody has to know.
Everyone will know. Everyone's gonna listen to this podcast.
I hope they do. I've changed my mind about the podcast. I don't hate it anymore.
You need to put it on iTunes.
iTunes?
iTunes.
How do you do that?
I have not a clue on how to do
Ask
it.
Jericho.
But
I'll Google it.
but no one uses SoundCloud.
I'll do it myself. I'm a man.
No one uses
Man.
SoundCloud to listen to podcasts.
I know. I just put it there because I don't know what I'm doing.
iTunes. And like there's other streaming platforms, but I don't know. I feel like you have to like get to a certain level to be able to get on certain platforms, but I don't know the gist of it. Jericho?
Jericho said something about an RSS feed earlier, but haven't looked into it honestly.
I
I
have
think
no
I
clue
might
what
have
that is.
Googled it, but something was happening with my internet. I'm good at making excuses. Are you good at making excuses
Yeah, like literally
to not do things?
yeah, before I was supposed to make a video for my film class that's due tomorrow, and I have plans all day tomorrow, so I'm not going to do it. And I called Josh to see what he was doing. Well, I texted him and then he called me and then I was like, yeah, I need to do this. He's like, okay, just let me know. It's like, all right. So then Jericho's like, oh, we need to know what we're doing. You need to look at the PowerPoints that your teacher sent you. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. So I look on my phone on the Canvas app and it wants me to download an app to look at the PowerPoint. And I could just go into my room and grab the computer where I left it, but that was the level of how much I wasn't going to do it. Like that one small step of having to go get my laptop and then sit back down and find the PowerPoint was enough for me to not do the whole assignment, basically.
Yeah.
But I never saw the PowerPoint. I just watched the YouTube video he linked, and it was 2 minutes long. And
But you're not going to do the assignment.
No, well, Jericho's going to do it for me.
Which is
we just
the
did it.
one that we just did?
Yeah.
You are going to do it. What do you mean? You confused me.
But like,
I thought you just said you weren't going to do this assignment because you didn't have time tomorrow. But we just did it.
yeah, but like it still has to be edited and uploaded.
He's going to do that. Might as well call it done. I don't think he's going to let you down. He's not going to let you die in the zombie apocalypse, remember?
I know.
He's keeping you here.
I know. But, I mean, he's going to fall asleep before, so. I mean, he'll do it in the morning.
They'll wake up at fucking 2 a.m. and do it.
No, I think that it will take him like 2 seconds to edit, so.
I mean, it's 5 cuts. I think he could do 5 cuts pretty quick.
I think I did like 15 cuts.
The longest thing that's going to happen is sending the video from your phone to the computer. Objectively.
I just emailed them to him.
So
well, I did that.
Might if you sent a Google Drive, I'm sure you did it right. Like if you sent it to him, then that's.
I have no clue. I've never sent him a video. Last time it was photos. Is this entertaining?
It's entertaining for me. I mean, somebody's gonna want to listen to you talk. Like,
not me.
Why not? Why don't you think that?
Well, I don't. Like I said, back to
why do you
not
think,
wanting to
why
hear
do you
your
even
voice.
have an opinion on that?
Because I don't want to listen to my own voice.
Well,
so
fuck.
So I'm
not
probably not going
everybody's
to.
you. Nobody's you.
That's true. I
You're
mean,
you.
like, everyone gets mad at My Favorite Murder for talking about like random nonsense for an hour straight in the beginning of their podcast before they get to the murders, but like that's my favorite part.
But that's a themed. Well, I don't understand that. Why would you complain about anything? But like, for a themed podcast, sure. This is just the Mr.
Yeah.
Big Show. This is
That's true.
conversations.
Well, like
This is the format.
in the beginning of when they started,
Believe it or not.
what a format. No, in the beginning of when they started, they like did it for like 5 minutes and then it turned into 10 and then 15. And now it's at like sometimes like an hour and 15 of just like talking about like movies and podcasts and like things in their lives. And then like quarantine's been rough. So they're like, they used to do one story each and now they just do
Them quarantines.
yeah.
Teens
And now
with their corn.
oh my God. And now they only do one per episode
Yeah.
because they talk.
Cut it down
So
a little
long.
bit. I get
No,
it.
it's the same length. They just
okay.
talk for longer in the beginning and then do a shorter murder.
I honestly don't have a problem with that podcast. It's just like the concept of listening to people talk about murders is disturbing to me, so I want to.
It's interesting. It's
I wanna
interesting
avoid it.
stories.
I don't know.
There's other stuff that they talk about because murder gets hard sometimes. So they'll talk about like natural disasters
Yeah.
or like, yeah, just like really bad stuff that's happened. I guess there's murders involved, but like the grand
Deaths
picture,
involved, you
yeah,
mean?
deaths involved, but it's not about the death. And
I
well,
can deal with death. It's like the murder thing kind of creeps me out because it's like whenever somebody gets like mad enough to kill another person, it's like, whoa.
yeah, that's true.
Yikes.
But like they're interesting stories, and it's good to like be aware that it happens more than you think. I don't know.
How do you think it's affected your life at all, or is it just like entertainment?
No, it's definitely affected my life. I feel like I'm more conscious of my surroundings at all times, and
That's important.
the main thing that I've taken away is like you don't need to be polite to everyone. You do not like a stranger does not deserve kindness just because. So like if you feel like there's red flags in the situation, like I don't remember where we were, but this man tried to knock on my window to try to tell me that something was taking a long time. and I didn't
Car
want.
window.
Yeah, my car window. And I didn't want to roll down my window and talk to this man. I already knew it was taking a long time. And I'm sure his intentions were good, but I just fell off. Like, I felt like I don't need to roll my window down right now to talk to this man. You
Yeah,
know?
no, you don't.
Yeah, because, like, then I'm putting myself in a bad situation where something else could happen, you know? He could take me from the car. Who knows?
I mean, if he wanted to take you from the car, a good old man punch would break that window, and then he could drag.
But
you
it's
from it.
harder.
That's
There's a
the
window
level
blocking.
of difficulty that you want to provide to deter most crazy people from
Yeah.
doing crazy things. I agree.
So you just have to, like, think
Good,
about, like...
good barrier.
Yeah, you have to think about,
plus.
like, someone... This man or woman do not deserve politeness. Just
Firkin.
Yeah, true. Them, they, him, she, they, we. They don't deserve, like, you don't have to be nice to someone just because you were told to. Like, you
could be kind to people, but
Yeah,
you
no.
don't have to like be overly polite and put yourself in dangerous situations under the guise of being polite. Like a lot
Exactly.
of people they like to play the victim unconsciously because they think they're being nice. I think that's what they're talking about and what they're trying to get people to avoid. It's like, oh yeah, I'll be nice to you.
Well, no, it's
You're-
like, well, yeah, kind of, but it's,
you need help. You're like a homeless guy on the street, like, and then it's like you take me in the alleyway and fucking stab me 50 times. But
yeah, it's like you're like, I fell
a
off about,
spider.
oh no. Oh, it's pretty big. It's like if you feel off in a situation, but you're like, well, I didn't want to seem rude. And then, like, something
That
bad
is
happens.
What I'm describing, yeah.
Exactly. So then that's what you're trying to
Fuck
avoid.
it, be rude.
Yeah,
Tell
just
people
be
to
rude.
Fuck up. Well, I mean, you have to have like the ability to back up the things that you say and do.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important part. Like if you're not capable of fucking grappling with the world, then putting a barrier up between yourself and the world is a good solution, like in the interim of you figuring out how to like either remove yourself from dangerous situations and live in whatever chosen like semi-utopia, or like get strong enough to deal with having more freedom, I guess.
True.
Yeah. It's not really that
Yeah.
big of a deal. It's fun to live life anyway, so I don't think you need to like pick a lane.
Yeah.
Just kind of go
Go in the middle.
in the middle.
Go wherever you want.
Walk in the middle of the street.
It's fun. Don't look both ways.
Why would you?
It learns you-
Sometimes it is fun to like just say fuck it.
Live a little.
Live a little. Not YOLO.
What?
Not YOLO.
Oh,
Live
not-
a little.
Oh, not yellow.
Not
yeah.
YOLO.
I don't think anyone says that anymore.
That was 10 years ago.
What a millennial.
I went to college 10 years ago. I was thinking about that today. I was like, 2011? Fuck.
I was going to
That
say,
was
when's
YOLO
your high school
times.
reunion, but you were homeschooled?
Every day. Or,
Every time you see your mom.
no, the principal, the teacher, the gym. No, actually, my mom didn't teach me when I was homeschooled. My aunt mostly did it, and then it was
Oh.
independent study. So
But your
she
mom's a
graded
teacher.
things. She graded things.
Oh, okay.
And she picked the curriculum, and then I did independent study. So I was like my own teacher.
That's hard.
It was hard.
Yeah, you don't really...
I
It's hard
slacked
to-
off a lot.
yeah, it's hard to learn things that you have to teach yourself, like, unless
It
you
was
want to
hard
learn
learn
it.
Chemistry and biology, sciences and math were the hardest because I had no like basis of understanding them.
Well, I was in public school and I didn't learn those things. I took marine biology to get out of doing chemistry because you're allowed.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
You can choose
I've heard about that.
the worst of all the ones. You can choose whatever you want, I guess. But I just didn't want to do chemistry. I didn't want to do pre-calculus. I didn't want to do any of that. So I just I did all the easy ones because I figured I'm going to have to do it in college anyways. Like community college is just junior and senior year part 2.
For a lot of people, yeah.
Unless you're taking something smart, and I'm not. So it is.
You can't really take something smart at community college. It's a farce. You could get like a trade degree or like start out your education and continue it somewhere else, but there's no like...
There's a whole class on refrigerators.
There's a whole class on refrigerators. That's important knowledge. I mean, if you want to be a tradesman,
Yeah,
gotta
it
know
was
how
pretty crazy.
refrigerators work.
There was openings this semester. I should have done it. Could have learned a lot.
You could have become a fucking appliance repairwoman.
Yeah, I feel like
started your own little business.
I don't think I'd ever want to do it for business, but it'd be important to know.
I used to tell that to people all the time when I was a kid. You should start a business. Like when I was 6, I'd be like, adults would tell me an idea, and I'd be like, start a business.
And here you are.
I don't have a business.
What do you mean?
This
Look
is
at
my
where we are.
business. This is none of your business.
I'll leave.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Bye.
Wordplay's fun. No, that's life for you.
Yeah.
How you swing it's up to you.
Yeah. True.
I believe in you, Ashley. I want to hear updates and see where you're at in life, because
Yeah,
you
'cause-
have some exciting things afoot, I think.
Yeah, 'cause I don't even know where I'll be. I have no clue.
That's the most exciting part, like not
I
knowing.
disagree.
Somebody who's like, oh yeah, it's probably really stressful for you, but
I mean, I think I have a good idea. Like, I know in my heart where I'll be,
that's good.
but good opportunities everywhere.
There are. You're a well-qualified individual. Hire this woman.
Please.
Pay her a decent
If you live in
living
the
wage.
Redlands area, hire me.
Redlands, California.
Yeah.
92. I don't know what the
92474.
474.
Actually, there's a lot of different zip codes within Redlands.
I don't know why they do that. They just put the fucking 909 in front of all of our telephone numbers, and I can't call anybody without.
Putting 909 now?
It makes
I know.
me so mad because I used to remember all the. I had so many numbers memorized. And now
Just
it's
add
pointless.
909.
But I forget to add 909, and I have to delete the whole number and
Oh,
then
yeah.
put 909 and then the number like every single fucking time.
I know, but on my work phone, I don't have to do that, which is weird. But on my cell phone, I do.
Work phone, landline,
Yeah, but it's not like a land. Well,
land phone,
it is a land phone,
land cell.
but it's not a. I don't know. It's not like. It's through like an internet provider, but it is a landline. I don't know how it works.
I don't understand.
I'm not the IT
how
guy.
Communications work. It's kind of like the water in the pipes.
Yeah.
What makes it go? I did go to a substation one time. I think it's like all like diesel powered at some point. Like everything's diesel or coal powered.
I don't understand that.
Like
I mean,
get energy transfer, like, kinetic energy into thermal energy. Like you're taking energy, you're putting it from one fucking thing into another thing. I don't understand it either.
Jericho's my mood.
He's playing the thumb piano in the back, sadly.
And a
slowly.
nap.
I think we're gonna cut this because it's getting late. I feel tired. I'm putting a hard end on this right now because I think we covered a lot of beautiful content, and
And it's been like 2 hours. It feels like.
I could talk to Ashley probably for 3 days without stopping for some reason. She does not seem like she wants to stop talking, so
Wow.
I'm gonna cut it off.
Good.
Good.
I'm cutting you off.
Okay.
I'm over it.
She's over it. She hung up the phone already once, and then now I'm talking into the dead air.
That's true.
Bye. Forever, see you never. Wow.
You didn't watch?